Let's start a little early, shall we? Yes, let's start early. Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. All right, let me know if you can hear me. I see Pamela. I see Tiff. I see Yuli. I see Mabe. Is it Maybelline? I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Sheila, Lady Blue, Renee, Jet. Hey, fam. Hey, fam. Hey, Monique W. Maybelline, am I saying your name correctly? Hey, Keita. I just want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. Put your pronunciation in the chat for me. But I see you, girl. Hey, okay, there's two Tiffany's. So Tiffany L and Tiffany S. Hey. Keita, Renee, Sheila, Yuli. Yes, I said hello to everyone, I think, right? Yes. Okay. All right. So, wow. Where do I begin? Well, first, I'm glad I'm not monetized yet because I can say what I want. Anything to hold on to those last 15 minutes. Exactly, Teef. Hey, baby. So yeah, I've said this for a while. Number one, Derek. I simply said one thing. One, you have to have boundaries in relationships. You have to. And there were definitely no boundaries. And Derek clearly thought this was cute. Now, I can't wait for him to actually do an interview on all of this stuff if he's going to do an interview. But he thought this was cute, in my opinion. And he didn't defend his sisters. And then at the same time, he didn't defend Monique on his family side. So look at the shit show that we have now. And I also said that if Monique and her sisters are willing to go that hard on Elizabeth for simple jokes, when she got tired of him, what in the hell was she going to do to him? And now we're seeing it, aren't we? We're seeing what she's willing to do. Because at this point, if I am not mistaken, Derek is still on parole. Now, I know I have attorney friends. I don't know if they're listening, but I would like to know if she has put this allegation out there. Can he possibly go back to jail, or would she possibly have to put in a police report for it to happen? I don't know. But I'll say this. What are my thoughts exactly? Hurt people. What are my thoughts in this situation? Is it possible Derek put his hands on Monique? Yeah, it's possible. Is it also possible that Monique put her hands on Derek? Yes, it's possible. And I don't condone domestic violence in any kind. I don't condone a man putting his hands on a woman or a woman putting his hands on a man. Her hands on a man, or a woman putting her hand on her woman, a man putting his hands on his man's body. Like, I just don't condone it. That's what I'm trying to say. Same-sex relationship, heterosexual relationship, I don't condone it. Okay. Now, we clearly have seen the emotional abuse that both of them have put on each other on social media and also on the actual show. We also saw when Monique, in the first season they were on for Love After Lockup, said she would drag his ass out of the car. Okay? So we've seen both sides. So the problem is that I honestly have to say, I don't see an abuser versus a victim. I see toxic versus toxic. Both of their asses are toxic. Both of their asses are messy. Point blank, periods. Okay? We don't really know what happened. We have definitely heard stories from all sides. So we're not going to pretend like, we didn't hear the allegations a long time ago. We have been following this for a while. So we definitely know the allegations. We have heard it from the family side. My issue is that Monique literally last night said Derek didn't put his hands on her. She said that last night with that tea time guy. Verbatim. She also said that on the Angela Yee show, that it didn't happen. So now the catalyst to all of this is that Elizabeth this morning put up a video that apparently, allegedly, I don't know who recorded it, but it looks like Derek did the recording. And we hear Monique literally talking, and the first thing we hear is Derek, being his normal rude self. And Monique is asking what time his flight is. And he's like, don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about it. And so from there, she proceeds to ask him for money. Now, my thing is this. If you're done, you're done. Because the last time I checked as a grown woman, when I say I'm done, I'm not doing this back and forth bullshit. I'm not about to do the catty shit on social media. I'm not about to do any of that. So that told me right there, in my opinion, she wasn't done. Because we're not going to be doing this back and forth, public figure or not. When I'm done, I'm done. There is no more discussion about it. But this video that was recorded literally happened last night when she did that interview with that guy. So literally that night when she said she was done, she didn't see progression, she didn't see movement, she was going to possibly have a hot girl summer, she didn't have no problem having a man, X, Y, and Z. She literally called him begging for money, saying she hasn't been home for 3 months, and he's eating, smacking in her freaking ear, saying, oh, you ain't got no food? She like, I want to cook. You ain't got no food? All right, I'll send you the money. But I thought I was a broke ass. Thought I was a broke ass bum. I thought that's what she said. I thought I was a broke ass. She's like, I didn't say that. You know we're supposed to be together. Really? But you just had an interview saying you were done with him. Monique, make up your mind. And see, looking at this situation, okay, I'm looking at all of the screenshots. I'm looking at these pictures that she posted saying that she was abused. And again, I don't know. And I'm not going to sit up there and deny and say that she wasn't abused. I do not know. But what I do know is those pictures that she posted look like her normal face. That's what I do know. Because she has very big cheeks. She is a big girl. And she also has discoloration already on her face. Her cheeks, you know what I'm saying, are a little darker. And this is not shade. She has her face, her neck, like the normal spots. And again, I used to be 300 pounds, so I know the normal spots, your neck, your face. Sometimes when you're bigger, underarms, between the legs, whatever, sometimes there can be a little discoloration. I'm just being real right now. So looking at those photos, I'm like, where is the marks? Because I really honestly didn't see them. Did anyone else see marks? I'm gonna have to, put a 1 in the chat if you actually saw there were marks and scars. If you saw the scars or you saw the bruises, put a 1. If you did not, put a 2. Because I did not see them, and I'm just being honest. I did not see any scars. Tiff, 2, exactly. Steph, 2, exactly. I didn't see them. And again, this is a safe space. If you saw them, by all means, put a 1. So, and then in one picture, kind of, and you guys can look on my community wall, or I'm sure you guys can see it. It almost kind of looked like she was smiling or something. It just gave me weird shit. And gosh, like, I hate this because one, I knew this was coming. I think we all knew this was coming. I just didn't know it was going to be to this extent. And at this point, I'm really wondering if Derek could possibly go back to jail for this shit. Because I think he is on parole. I think he still has that damn ankle monitor. I don't know how long he has to have it, but at this point, where does this leave him? And again, I'm not taking Derek's side either. Because like I said, if he would have handled this shit from the beginning, see, I think, in my opinion, he thought this was cute. He didn't take up for any side. He didn't shut this down. And as a man, he should have and could have shut this down from the beginning. Don't talk about my family. Don't try to post stuff about my family. Y'all don't post stuff about Monique. And it didn't happen. As far as I see it, maybe he thought it was going to help, you know what I'm saying, to get him more attention. I don't know. This is all my opinion, all alleged. But what I do know is because he did not set boundaries, this is a straight shit show at this point. Okay, so yeah, so Monique, you saying she should have reported. Yeah, I guess apparently she didn't do a police report, but I'm wondering how long ago this was and if she could put a police report out there now. And does it even matter if she is posting this stuff and he is on federal and state parole, if they could still pick him up? I'm curious, and I need my attorney friends or any attorneys in here to let me know if that's possible. Because at this point, my God, and over that video, and I find it interesting that this was never about love. I literally have a live about trauma bonding. This was never about love. Monique, they don't know what love is because love doesn't do this. If this is love shit, I don't want it. Love does not do this. Love knows how to let go. And you allow karma to take its course on its own. You don't stoop this damn low. And again, if it's true, fine. But the reason behind why you're putting it out there is the issue that we all have. And we have always had this issue with you, Monique. The reason why you dox allegedly or put stuff out, I don't know if it was you, I don't know if it was your sisters, but the reality is you guys are family. You posting her OnlyFans and all of that stuff simply rooted in you because she made jokes and she can read better than you and shade better than you. You took it to another level and doxed her and put her OnlyFans out there and misgendered her. It's why you do it and how you're willing to go to the gutter when people aren't taking it that far with you. This is a very dangerous game. And honestly, at this point, once I'm done with this live, I think I just want to be done with this topic because I feel like it's not going to get any better. This is going to turn into some shit. It really is. And I can't look at either one of them as the victim. I just can't because we both see both of them don't know how to answer direct questions. They both like to play the victim. They both can't apologize for the shady shit that they do. They make excuses for everything that they do. I cannot say one is more of the victim because again, if the domestic violence went down, is it possible it went down between the both of them? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I don't condone it, period. Keep your hands to yourself. And that's emotional abuse as well. Learn how to think before you speak because that can be just as damaging as physical abuse. Okay, it says no, Chris, we got to come back after Elizabeth get off of TK Live. Okay, if y'all want to come back after, put a 1 in the chat if after Elizabeth does her interview with Tasha K, if you guys want to come back. If you guys want to come back after that, by all means, I have no problem coming back to see, what she has to say. So y'all let me know if a good amount of you guys are willing to come back. By all means, I have no problem coming back. Because Power didn't come on this week, honey. So I have less reviews to give. So yeah, we can definitely come back. Okay, I see the ones. I see. All right. It is settled. It is settled. After the Tasha K, I will definitely, because Tasha K be on there for a good hour or so. So I know for my East Coast people, it will be a little later, but we can definitely come back and we can talk about that. And I'll do a panel then also. Okay, I'll do a panel for this one, and I'll do a panel for that one. But and then another thing about Monique's sisters. Again, trauma always makes people deflect and focus on everyone else except the main person who's the problem, which would be you. If you really want to be honest, you got to look at yourself first and why you're tolerating the shit that you're tolerating, but then also the person you're in a relationship with. So I find it interesting that Monique's sisters were constantly attacking Elizabeth, but Derek allegedly was putting hands on your sister? Make that make sense. But y'all trying to misgender Liz and come at Liz and post her picture, and you have little old Derek putting his hands allegedly on your sister. So again, what is your issue? What is really your issue? Honestly, it's the transphobia. There's no other way to look at it, because again, they don't come at poo-poo Aubriana that way. They don't. And Aubriana done called them just as many fats and have literally came at them just as much as Elizabeth. She has no problem getting on live, checking all of them, but they don't ever come at her. They constantly coming at Liz. So find that interesting. But again, everybody wants to focus on the wrong people instead of focusing on the two people who are in a relationship, toxic versus toxic, Monique and Derek. So I'm gonna have the panel. I know it's actually, oh wow, we got a good amount of people in here for me that I have that many followers yet. I appreciate this because I think I've said my piece. I definitely want to bring people up. Now, keep in mind, everybody's not going to be able to come up at the same time. I'm sure a lot of emotions are running high right now because I know a lot of you guys are probably like empaths like me. So I just know, please listen to everyone, hear everyone out so everyone can be able to say their piece. And then that way we can talk about this. And again, if you don't know that it's facts, please say allegedly. Okay, so let me give the link because child, this shit is crazy. Like I could not understand this. And I'm sorry, I can't look at either one as more of a victim than the other. And then of course, Derek went on live. And the problem is, let me just say this before I bring up the panel. The problem is Derek is not a great communicator. He doesn't know how to answer questions, and he comes off as a finesser, but he also isn't a great communicator. He doesn't really know how to properly speak and get his feelings out. So the lives didn't necessarily help him either because he wasn't really talking that much. He was just either posting things to show that he didn't do something, or he had the girl who was apparently the CO on there. And based on what I saw, the CO that allegedly was on the live does not look like the same picture that Monique posted. Or is it just me? Because Monique posted a picture and tried to blank out the face, trying to say that was the CO. And then Derek had a girl on there who allegedly was the CO. That didn't look like the same girl. Didn't look like the same girl at all. So let me bring up the panel. Let's go. All right. We got Mo W. Hey, babes. Can you hear me? You on mute?
Yeah, sorry, I was driving in the car.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, anybody else want to come up?
I may go in and out on mute.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Anybody else want to come up? Oh, Derek said that was his friend's wife. That wasn't a CO?
No, that wasn't the CEO. That was his friend's wife.
Okay, so she was up there just pretty much what? Trying to validate that he wouldn't put his hands on her? What was she up there for? What was she saying?
Well, the part that I caught, because I couldn't stay on Derek's live too long, but it seemed like she was just kind of validating what he said. And Derek said that she's known them before the show and knew them since the beginning of their relationship. So she could give insight more of their relationship.
She can and she can't, because at the end of the day, sometimes you can know somebody forever and don't know that they necessarily are.
Exactly.
So she can and she can't. So that to me doesn't give any type of validation to what's being alleged. But hey, babes.
Hey, my girls. Happy Mother's
But
Day.
yeah, that was a mess. I didn't see no bruises on Monique's face. Her face just looked puffy like it always looked.
Right.
And then my thing was, why you wait till now? Like, you released your wigs, you was in his interview when he did it with that guy, and then you had your own, and then now all of a sudden he beat on you. Now, if he did, it's neutral combat for me. I think y'all was hitting each other.
And my thing is that I just find it interesting of the double standard that she can have receipts, she can post receipts, she can do all of this stuff, but the moment Derek reports her and people post it or whatever the case may be, it's a problem.
Yeah. And I think I was laughing harder than Gio be laughing when I saw Elizabeth change her picture.
Oh my God. When she showed her her face picture.
Yep, that face with no makeup. Yes.
Yeah. And
It's looking a little rough.
that's another thing too. She's so triggered by Elizabeth. Elizabeth posted the video. Elizabeth posted the read, and yet she literally comes on her story and says, "Oh, I'm about to air him out. I'm about to air him out. Y'all watch this. Oh, I'm about to air him out." Why?
But my thing is, she always talk about people talking about her, but every interview she get on, she brings up Elizabeth.
And then says Elizabeth is jealous.
Yeah, like Elizabeth ain't jealous of nothing you got going on, girl. Stop it. But then I think she also may be bringing this stuff out. I put it in the comments too, because he busy. He booked and busy. He on flights. He going this place, going that place, and ain't got nothing to do with her.
And
now she want to keep him close.
Yeah, and you said that too, because she's trying to drag him down.
Yep. Didn't
I tell them burgers with extra grease.
Yep. Go ahead, T. Go ahead, baby.
She didn't have no business. Derek is out here booked and busy getting everything. He don't really need her for the money grab no more, because he's his own main attraction now. And now she mad. And
but remember, he said that. T. Remember that?
Hold on, Mo, because it's hard to hear both.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, T.
And now she done dropped this raggedy wig line. And speaking of this wig line, it looks like ain't nobody selling. You would think that because all the big girls were so ready to march and stomp for her. You would think that she would have been sold out the moment she dropped it, right? Especially with that discount link, you would have thought she would have been sold out the moment she dropped it. And she still ain't getting no sellers. So where were all them big girls at who had so much voice for her when she first came out? Where were all of them?
Yeah. Remember, he said that he told her that them bookings he be getting, they don't want her, they want him. But he always just invite her, just so she won't be in the house. But she boring.
Even that, I feel that Derek has known from the get-go that he was dealing with someone who would weaponize everything he did and say. I think he knew that to a certain extent, and that's
he
why
had to know.
Yeah,
if she would do it to your own family, why would you not think she would do it to you?
Exactly.
So he would have been a fool if he would think that, if he saw all the moves she was making towards his own family and not think that on Mad Day she wouldn't do it to him. He would be foolish.
Absolutely.
But that's what the
I feel like this been on him. She
But
probably been acting this way
narcissistic
towards
people,
him before he even got out.
right? But narcissistic people get down like that because they always think it'll happen to everybody else but them. Hey, me, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Happy Mother's Day, y'all.
Happy Mother's Day to you. What do you have to say, boo?
This has been funny.
Yeah.
Funny. So, on his live, when he said never took her back after the first time they broke up,
I'm gonna
that's
drop
your
down
red
and be
flag
back.
right there. That's your red flag right there. Second, how are you keep claiming you're done with this man? You're done with this man. But on every chance that you can get, me and him was just on the phone. Me and him was like, you are too amped to be about this man and you're done with him. How? You claim he's cheating, he's doing this and he's doing that, but you're done. How are you done?
Right. Right.
None of this makes sense.
Oh, it make all this sense because the writing was on the wall the moment they was debuted. We've been seeing where this train wreck was heading.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think anybody who has a life experience saw this was going to be a disaster. Now, was it going to be this much of a disaster? I don't know if we could have predicted this, but to a certain extent, the fact that she was willing to go that vindictive and low when it came to Elizabeth, I didn't put it past her. You know what I'm
That
saying?
should have told him right then and there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and he
if
should
he
have
was
checked
going
it.
against, he should have checked it from the beginning. Because one thing you're not gonna do. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. This beautiful sad girl. Hey, but the one thing. Hey,
Hey,
y'all. But
Sorry.
you're not gonna come from my family. That's just, I don't care who you are. You're not gonna come from my family. Y'all can't tell me that big Gerald Levert ass girl was not hitting on that boy.
Come on,
Yeah.
Gerald.
If he hit her, she hit him first. I can guarantee
Right.
you. Because she has
Right.
threatened, I beat your ass, I do this, and calling him all out his names. Nah,
I'll drag you out the
no.
damn car. Look, I'll drag you out the damn car, bitch. That's if she would call him a bitch in a heartbeat.
Right.
And I'll drag you out the car. Now we don't know for sure, so we ain't gonna have to say allegedly. But at the end of the day, I
Allegedly.
see it happen on both sides for sure.
And
We
I've
seen
dealt
her
with a
threaten
man in a
him. We already
penitentiary
seen how she
before.
talks to our fellow black women.
I'm sorry, what you say, T?
No, I was saying we already seen her threaten him, and we already seen the way she speaks to her fellow black women. So I don't put
Right.
nothing past Monique.
Right,
Right.
right, right. And also, there was an actual clip of Elizabeth today, and I think she erased it. Did anybody see that clip that Elizabeth was said today, and she erased it?
which clip?
There was a clip where she was saying that she like Derek knew this was going to happen because it was almost implied that Monique said she would do this. But
Right.
Monique,
I did.
yeah,
I did. I actually saw Derek actually put that clip out there too, where he was saying it.
right, saying that she would play victim, so to speak, or will put this type of stuff out there. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this is all
Yep.
about control.
Mm-hmm.
This is all about control. It's like if you won't deal with me, I will drag you down. That's the vibes I'm getting in this situation. Because if you're really done, anytime I've been done with a man, like really done, there's no more conversation.
Yeah.
There's no more conversation.
And she's so pressed because she is on every platform he's on. She's on it. 5 seconds in. I don't even know about all the platforms that they're on, but she knows more about anything for someone she's not pressed about.
Baby, when I leave, I leave.
Talking, you
That's
guys,
just it.
at my door. I don't know what the hell is going on where every time I'm on live, somebody want to bring their ass to my door. Keep talking. I'll be back.
Put a no trespass sign.
I know, like, what the hell? Every time I'm on live, people want to come to my door. What's wrong with them? But go ahead.
But wear a dog sign. Don't nobody knock on my door.
For real. I need to get that New York out of me, huh? Okay, go ahead, y'all. Keep going.
Somebody else was talking.
Yeah, I know. I think they're gone though. Thank God. Okay. So yeah, you guys see this going at this point. Because at this point, it's not even, in my opinion, fun to really talk about this anymore. It's getting to the point where this shit is so
It's
draining.
exhausting. It's honestly
It's
exhausting.
very exhausting.
Because
It's very exhausting.
Going. The writing
Especially,
on the wall.
yeah.
Right.
Monique refuses to listen and to hear the
Hmm.
good intentions people have for her. So at this point, it's just like, well, girl, if you want your big Titanic self to sink, go ahead and sink, girl.
Right.
What did
Right.
I say? What did I say? She is the type that will burn down the house while sitting there in
Yep.
the house. That's burning down.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the type that she is. And you know why? You know why people who are like that? Because they have nothing to lose. And
Nothing to
you
lose.
Right, they
what
don't.
you do, you'll do
I
something.
was just
You have
about to say that.
nothing to
You have
lose.
nothing to lose.
And
Nothing.
the thing is, the funny part is, it's like you're doing all of this just to do what? When you probably gonna try to get back with him. The only reason why you're not back with him is because he don't want to be back with you.
Right.
That's the only reason.
He look, Derek would be a damn fool at this point to take her back.
Right.
Right.
There ain't enough
You
money in
did
the
it before,
world.
you'll do it again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There is not enough
Yeah.
money in the world.
And so now she's just acting out of embarrassment.
Yeah.
That's all, she's embarrassed because everybody's literally hitting her with the "I told you so."
She should have
She
been
Mm-hmm.
was literally
embarrassed. That
rooting.
girl should have been
Like
embarrassed by
we didn't want to
episode
start
one.
off not liking Monique. We all was
Yeah.
like, "Girl, we already see where this is going. He's going to be the one to do
Right.
you in.
We saw
We
it.
want to protect you, where it's going. We already seen that you won't be the type to fight for yourself. Luckily, you know
Mm-hmm.
you have worldly sisters to come to your aid. I guess your sisters is all you need. So to tell you the truth, us as the world should just let her and her sisters fight that battle, and we all just get right out of it at this point because Monique don't want to hear nothing we gotta say.
But
Right.
at the point too, as the sisters, I know they gotta feel some kind of egg on their face too. Like, girl, we was fighting down for you for all of this mess.
No, I think no, I think they just as toxic as her, toxic
Yeah,
as her, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because honestly, at a certain point, I think personally, Calandria knows how her sister get down. Because remember that first
Mm-hmm.
episode when she was saying she was checking people's temperature, and I remember when she went up to Elizabeth and went up to Poo Poo and was
Mm-hmm.
saying, I thought, you know, I'm saying Derek didn't want y'all to be here, and Elizabeth was like, no, she don't want us to be here, and y'all
Yeah.
told him to not have us here. And Calandria said, we wouldn't say that. Then she quickly said, I wouldn't say that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells
And it's
me
yeah.
she know how her sister get down. It's still a sister though, but that tells me that she kind of probably know how her sister can be. And granted, she's still gonna protect her sister because that's her sister. But at the same time, there's a mature way to still have your sister's back without
Yeah.
stooping as low as they have stooped.
Yeah.
So that to me tells me that it's not. That's why I said you literally have been going at Elizabeth and going at everyone else except the main person that you needed to ragtag. Because
Mm-hmm.
if somebody put if some man put their hands on my family, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about Elizabeth at that point. I don't care about anybody at that point. But at the
Yep.
same time, the fact that it's like if they knew about this, why didn't they say something? Which is why I'm like, was this both of them were a part of the DV? Both of them
That's what
were
I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I
Mutual
think it's
combat.
just like with the alleged Chris Biana situation. They were both at it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
if
They
you
were
want,
both they were both equally at it.
I'll hit y'all with an example that's even more close to home, that is even more relevant with the show because it happened on the show. This is just
Chris and
Chris and Gabby
Gabby.
all over again.
Yeah.
It's who?
Chris and Gabby.
Chris and Gabby.
That is true. That is true.
Because Gabby was nobody's going to tell me no different. Gabby was also the one enticing that to do whatever, and
Oh yeah.
them going back and forth. And the moment
Mm-hmm.
that she got a taste of that real, now she wants to play the victim and oh woe is me. Monique is doing the same thing because girl, you just
Mm-hmm.
the other day you was right on the live, riding and dying. All said now that you
Mm-hmm.
got a lick, now it's I want
Mm-hmm.
the world to know that he's an abuser, did this and that, lock him up or whatever. But yet you
Mm-hmm.
going back in the back door texting him, baby, please take me back.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
girl,
But that means he won't block like she been saying. Cause how you
Mm-hmm.
texting him? If he blocked on everything like she
block
been
on
saying for weeks,
texting
how
him.
you want his
Maybe
lives? How you want all of that?
going as
Right.
far as making his name your promo cards and stuff because girl, you just gotta have him in your life some type of way. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to let him go, you'll just let him go.
Because
Right,
remember she said that
Exactly.
they were friends. Remember she said they'll always be friends.
right.
But
Mm-hmm.
now you're doing things that are not friendly. So how are you still friends?
Because it was never about friendship and it was never about love. Let me tell you something. That's why I said about trauma bonding, that we were talking about teeth and what in the world happened. At the end of the day, if it's really love, you're not going this far. You're not.
Right.
Because
Right.
you truly still care about that person's well-being. If you're willing to get to the point where you're willing to pretty much take out his character and get him, pretty much he's gonna start getting harassed probably left and right, and at the same time legally may possibly get in trouble over this also. That's not love. It's not love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then they gonna want to see pictures too and see wounds, and you don't see nothing on her face with that picture that she showed.
I didn't see it. I know
The
that.
picture that you see on her face, it looks like she took her makeup off.
Yeah.
And the previous one shows, it seems like she was just showing her eyelashes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she looks like she was smiling in the picture too.
That's what I'm saying. When she has those heavy ass lashes on, her eyes is always shut. Like you can't really see her eyeballs. You can't see nothing. So that's why when she had those lashes on, I'm like, I literally, and I was, again, if I would have saw bruises, I would have been like, oh, hold the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't play when it comes to domestic violence. I don't play when it comes to that. But I was looking, I was like, I don't see anything, which makes me wonder the response that she claimed that was Derek on the other end responded. He was like, oh, okay, talk to you later. All right, like,
it just looked like a zoomed in, like it looked like she zoomed in into this picture. Cause you know this picture just been flowing around so heavy. Look at her in the picture of the week, so it's like only got her own picture zoomed right in.
She done bruised her own self up or hit her head in the refrigerator to get some food.
And the thing is, if this is true, you know, no way are we condoning, you know, domestic violence or things like that. But also not trying to throw it in your face as if I'm going to tell on you if you break up with me, as opposed to this truly really happened to me and I'm trying to hold you accountable.
Yeah, because it's coming off. And GSP, I see your comment, babies. You hid your husband's DV for years. Trust me, like I said, I have definitely seen that with friends and family. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that this is not true. What I'm saying is that the timing of it, not that you know, for the last time that he, you know, hit you or slap you, whatever, you decided to come out. No, you came out to talk about this when Elizabeth posted a video.
Yeah.
It's always that. It's always in response.
It's like it literally, it wasn't just like, I can see if it was like she got tired of getting hit for the final and last time and she decided to post and said, you know, look, I tried to protect this man, but I couldn't do it anymore. You in Chicago right now, he allegedly in Cleveland or so wherever else doing promos, and literally Elizabeth posts that, and then you all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm about to F him up. And the next thing you know, the shit show happens.
But if you notice, his family don't really come after her until she do something first.
Exactly.
She do something, then they come back. When she throw the rock, hide her hands, they come with a boulder on her.
Yep. And then she comes and she tries to whine and cry and play like the victim, and everybody's fat shaming her and all that stuff like that. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle. And she just needs to get off and focus on herself.
Yeah, because this is not even entertainment anymore, in my opinion. This is not even.
But then you keep going back. So if he was really beating on you, you kept going back. Then you accepted his so-called proposal. But then when you gave the ring back, was you done then, or done, or done 5 times? What were you when you gave the ring back?
No, she gave one ring back and kept the other one.
He gave her 2.
That's what she
said.
Yes,
it's apparently like she likes to throw it up to us that he's expensive and he wanted to upgrade her ring. This upgrading on an engagement ring, and it's not the ring.
He upgraded his pawn shop ring. Okay, girl, that ring was $2,500 when we saw it on TV. So what he upgraded to?
She did admit last night in that interview.
With my teeth, you are about to make me die laughing at this picture.
She did admit in that interview last night that Derek has a gambling problem. She said that.
Yeah,
she
did.
I kept getting off of it because her phone kept messing up.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It really is.
It was horrible, but she did.
Like every time she say something.
Yeah, she said he had a gambling problem. She said it. She said he had a gambling problem. So at the end of the day, both of them have traumas. Both of them are toxic. and both of them don't want to be held accountable. Both of them don't know how to apologize. They are pretty much they're the same. They're the same in a lot of ways. It's just that one is willing to take it to the gutter and the other one isn't.
And that's the scary part, because anything could happen.
Right.
And that's the point, that someone could lose their life, and not going that extreme, but sometimes it's simple things that could be that extreme that you don't think. And that's the crazy part, because all of this, we saw this battle back and forth and everything, and then it led up to that fight. Now we're off of cameras.
Right.
So what is this going to lead to,
And Elizabeth allegedly said that someone on the live or somewhere on a post mentioned something about violence, and not in a fist way, if you know what I mean. She mentioned
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's getting that deep, and I don't. And my thing is, you got to be careful, even if you just talking and you ain't about that action. You got to be careful with your mouth too when you take it that far.
She just needs to be quiet after she ran behind her little rental truck with her T-Rex arm.
Right. And that is a true depiction of throwing the rock and hiding her hand.
Right.
That's what she did. Get out the car. They get out. Where she go? She run. One sister get the left hand, the other sister get the right. Both of them bounce on the ground.
No,
like
the one sister fell as soon as just dropped.
She dropped. And then the thing is that she tried to say, I think I saw on somebody's YouTube that Sylvia said, "Oh, now that my sister dropped the receipts, then Elizabeth wanted to remove stuff." I don't think Elizabeth removed stuff because of that. I'm hoping Elizabeth removes stuff because she's gonna try to stay out of this as much as possible. Because at the end of the day, the real victim in the situation is her. And if I'm looking at this situation, I would be like, okay, maybe.
And the brother too. Darren too.
Yeah. Right. They're getting hit. They're getting hit unnecessarily because of two catty people that want to go back and forth and not leave each other alone. And now everyone is getting hit and potentially destroyed from that.
Derek's karma. Is it possible this is Derek's karma? Because at the end of the day, he could have controlled this situation. He could have shut it down as a man. Since he wants to be labeled as a man, you shut this shit down.
Yeah.
What you say?
I think he likes it because he got his family that's gonna always have his back, and then he got Monique that was running him money, doing whatever he wanted her to do.
Yeah, he thought it was cute, but now
he's tired.
Exactly. It's not even tired. Now he is literally all of that popularity he wanted, all of that. I got these haters because so many people love me. Now it's starting to turn on you because the person that you thought was your ride or die, now you seeing possibly what her true colors are. So now it's literally, that's why I'm like, is this your karma? Because at the end of the day, you allowed everyone to get thrown under the bus and you said nothing publicly. You said nothing to defend anyone in a situation. And then the times that you did, you publicly defended Monique, knowing they were wrong for the shit that they did with Elizabeth. So at a certain point, I'm kind of like, if she's trying to like delete stuff, it's more about her wanting to stay out of it. I don't blame her. Shit, I do not blame her.
Part of me thought she did it he would calm Monique down because he know that his sister got ammo. They really gonna go in on her. So he didn't go and try to tell them like calm down. It was more so he was going to her.
Well, I'm curious to see what she gonna say on this Tasha K YouTube, her live tonight, because
me too, because I ain't pay for that other one to watch it.
It's gonna be on YouTube Friday night, so it's gonna be on YouTube. So I'm just kind of curious at this point, like, what is she going to say? And of course, we're gonna come and talk about it afterwards.
Absolutely.
The after show.
After show for sure, because I'm curious to know what she's gonna say. Because honestly, she is really one of the real victims in this situation. She is,
right?
Just because,
and the only one that really can truly speak because she was the one that was wrong.
But I don't think Tasha K is where she should be at.
Derek is still posting receipts. Derek needs to. Look, and this is another thing too. I'm so sick of this social media shit. Y'all either get y'all asses and verbally talk, but all of this posting about her saying, let me ask you this, Mika, is he posting things
with anything.
Huh? Well, that's what I'm saying. But Mika, is he posting saying that, like, posting videos of Monique saying that he didn't hit her? Is that what he's posting? Because if that's the case, I'm over it. Just come out of your own freaking mouth, say what you got to say, and keep it moving. But I think at this point he realizes he don't have control anymore, and he's losing his shit because
He
this.
hasn't posted nothing. I don't see. The
Oh, okay.
last thing was that video from like when we saw them on the show back when she was like, "Where you at? Let me see." And her eyelashes were so big, she had the phone like real close to her face. When he was out to eat somewhere or something like that. I think that was the last thing he posted.
No, GSP. Elizabeth's going to be on Tasha K tonight, not Monique. Elizabeth is going to be on Tasha K.
But is that the one that she did from
No,
the other night, or is this a different one?
she's coming on live because Friday nights Tasha does a live and does like reviews on hot
I
trending.
don't be watching her, Chris. I don't
So
watch her.
Elizabeth is actually going to be on there to talk about this drama when it
Oh,
comes
okay.
to Derek and Monique.
Yeah.
But
And if it happened already, she's just gonna release it on YouTube because she releases interviews on her site first, but her site never
Yeah,
gets
that's what I
views.
thought
So
it
she
was.
eventually puts
The
it on
one
YouTube.
from her site. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
her
think
sites don't get any views, so she eventually puts it on YouTube.
so you
Oh,
think
okay. Okay.
you guys think tonight is her releasing the other interview, or is because I think Elizabeth is actually going on live to talk about
That's what
The,
I
li- the
thought. She
live,
was
the
going
live happened.
live.
The live happened already because she released it on her website.
no,
Oh.
not the interview with her with that lace black shirt on. I'm thinking Elizabeth is going on tonight on Tasha K to talk about what happened today with the domestic violence allegations. I think she's
That's
speaking.
what I thought.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
because Tosh usually does her interviews. She usually records them pre-recorded and then she drops them on like when she goes live. Her
Mhm.
live is actually live, but like she'll play the pre-recorded interview like to like
After.
or whatever. Like
Maybe
after
maybe
she was
Liz
Oh,
here.
okay.
her
Okay.
earlier.
I know she did say that she was gonna because the interview already happened. She said she still had questions for Elizabeth, so she said that she's gonna call her live and get some more questions because I know she said she still had her number or something like that. But I don't know if she's gonna have
Oh.
Elizabeth video call right back in or whatever the case may be. But I do know the interview happened already, and she did say that she had some more questions for Elizabeth.
Did
So
you see it,
could
P?
be back on, or she could just be calling her.
Did
Or
you watch that interview?
No, I ain't watching because I heard that Tasha once you lock into her, it's hard to get your card off, and she won't
yeah,
be.
I heard that too, so I ain't doing it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
yeah, yeah. I'm doing that.
I can cancel on my own, but I maybe she spoke to Liz earlier today and they did a pre-recording for tonight. Maybe that's
that's
it.
possible too.
Yeah. So
My
what
thing is, I don't even know why she for her for a second time because that first time, the moment Tasha got, she misgendered her. Everybody in the club,
Exactly.
you saw
Tasha
that too.
is
No,
not a safe space for Elizabeth to be on.
she literally did it twice. She did it on that little preview part, and then when she did her last live when she had on those funny looking glasses and that wig.
Yeah, horrible wig.
Yeah, she said Derek's sister, brother. She said something like that. She
Yeah,
did it again. And I was
she refers to
like,
her as their sister brother. And then when she was like, "Oh, when you had the ring, you was gonna be the best woman, best man."
man, and
I said,
yeah.
Stop throwing little
She
shots
was like,
like that.
no, the
And
flower
Elizabeth
girl.
letting it rock. Elizabeth, no, put your foot down.
Right. I didn't like that. I did not like that.
Then everybody in the comments talk about that's a man. Tasha, why you sitting there talking to a man? Oh, da da da. I'm like, y'all are disgusting. Y'all are literally disgusting.
Because in my opinion, if I mean, there's always going to be ignorant people, but had she probably not said that, I feel like she kind of ignited the fire a little bit by allowing people to come in the comments and really go in because she literally was like, he, she, whatever you are. I didn't like that. And again, I know she has that shock jock value, and she clearly does a good job at it because of her following and everything else, but again, I'm all about giving people their respect. If they don't misgender them, treat them the way that you want to be treated at the end of the day. Yeah, the comments were horrible. They were horrible. They were horrible. And I feel like that kind of cued her. What she said cued everyone to go in there and talk mess.
Mm-hmm.
It was so, but again, Elizabeth she's about her business. So she does. Tasha K got the most following. She does. So at the end of the day, if she's trying to get the point, but here's my thing: Derek, why don't you get your ass on Tasha K? This is your shit.
Because he ain't gonna answer no questions.
Exactly. There it is. There it is.
He
But
ain't
And
ready
and
for
TK
that.
and TK will call him out on it.
But
Exactly.
I think did the interview with them never occur? Because I remember they originally was
it's on
booked
Tasha
and
K
got
It
Live.
was,
She
then it
wants
got
it was
she
canceled.
from
wants to do
that.
one. She wants to do one with him by himself.
Yeah, but no, the one with Monique and Derek is on Tasha K Live, just like
Yeah, it's on Tasha K Live. On the app.
yeah. But in my opinion, this in my personal opinion, y'all know I love Liz down. This is not her battle. This is Derek's battle. So you get on Tasha K and you talk about this shit and you talk about what's true and what's not true. You know what I'm saying? But again, Liz being the big sister that she is, she gonna always, come in and mama mode, big sister mode, and handle the situation. But in reality, it needs to
She
be
don't need to.
needs
Yeah.
to be talking about this shit. Because at the end of the day, like that's why I said Elizabeth, her blessings are gonna continue to come because there's
Yeah.
no way in the world I would be going through what I went through, and Derek just sat there and did nothing, begging me for money on top of that, and then all of this stuff goes down, and I'm still going in and saving him. Hell no, hell no. I'll be like, you on your own, bruh. You on your own. So like this is just an example of what your ass deserve for what you put people through because you wanted to be selfish as hell and you wanted to be all about yourself. So, but again, Elizabeth, she's the bigger person and she's the big sister. So I get it. I get it. At the end of the day, she gonna protect her brother. But it's an unfortunate situation. I don't know if this is gonna get better, y'all. I do not know. And honestly, I think they have both of them have screwed their bag. What reality show besides maybe a Zeus or something, but like a WeTV and them ain't gonna want to deal with this type of shit? I don't think they would want to deal with him. What do y'all think?
I can see Derek. If Derek play his cards right, he better go knock on Lemmy and them door down at the Zeus because
That's what I'm saying. I
give
can
him
see
his own
dealing
little
with this.
love show.
Yeah, I can see
Now
this.
this is key TV for Zeus.
During this writer's strike right now too. This
Yeah,
Right.
because it's
This is love after what is it? Life after lockup. What life after lockup? The expose or something or some type of fancy title.
well, I would call it for the love of Derek.
Right. Oh, that would be good.
or to really focus on Derek and Derek's side of the family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
but I can see Zeus doing this. I can't see the other apps and other channels doing this. And yes,
All he
you're
needed Zeus.
uh,
I said all he needed is Zeus. I
yeah,
can
he
right now. Derek's own dating show, Elizabeth and Pooh as his little consorts who go and like talk to the
Mhm.
guys and stuff during the show, whatever. Like how they did Bobby Lights and Roland Ray. That same formula with Derek and his sister, gold right there, literally
That
gold.
would be fun.
but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know people always say, and I think who said that Derek is the lead and the sisters are the pips. I forgot who said that. Someone said
Wasn't that Carlos
Carlos King.
Queen? I believe. Yeah,
I'm
Carlos
gonna be
Queen. Yeah,
honest with you. Liz is a star to me. She's the
She is
yeah.
star.
a star.
If anything, Derek in the picture.
That's who made the show to me.
She's absolutely the star.
She is the star.
The
And
WB Frog, if you ask me.
right. And my thing, and that's I think is it Miss Charlene? You said Liz is mother no matter what. Yeah, she is mother. And you can tell she's mother. She's gonna protect them even when they do her dirty. I just want her brand to continue to
On
grow.
Derek.
Hmm?
Absolutely, because the interesting part is I was telling Chris, I said, I don't look at people, I don't tap into people's lives because I don't know if they're, Instagram lives, because I don't know if they're having personal conversations or whatever. Liz is about the only one I can sit there and just listen and just have it going and
Exactly.
sit there and listen. And I'm not looking for no mess because Liz actually talks about really true good stuff. Like she it feels like she's older than she really is.
Yeah, she's
You
well
know.
rounded. She can talk about
Right.
cooking, makeup. She could give us
Right.
her little stories from the past, her little stories of like,
Mhm.
stories or scandal stories. She can talk about it all.
Right. Have you rolling.
Right.
And then it's funny because some of the things that she references, and from my generation, I'm like, how you know about that girl?
She's an old soul. She truly is an old
Yes.
soul. And one thing I will say, and that's another thing that I saw last night. That guy who interviewed her, I think Tea Time, said if We TV or whoever came back and wanted to do a show, but they wanted to include Derek's siblings, would you do it?
She said no.
She said, well, they don't want them back. And I'm thinking, like, it sounds like they don't want you back either, allegedly, but
Right.
I'll continue. But she said, no, I wouldn't do it. All of the shit they done did and all of that stuff. Why would I do that to make you
We
some?
want the sisters. We don't want her.
Thank you. I'm
It's
like,
interesting because
Even
according
Carlos
to
said that.
I got a notification just while we were on this live that I guess according to Amber, apparently Monique, in whatever interview, because I haven't clicked into it, but she finally admitted that they had got fired from WeTV
right.
because of the situations and stuff.
Yeah, but she just said last night that they weren't fired, but the sisters were fired. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
It's
But
one.
now
She lied so much.
Yes.
she's saying that they got fired because he put hands on her with the WeTV cameras right there.
Wow.
And he's posting
But you
stuff
just
that
told the guy on the interview that he's never put his hands on you.
Hands on you.
exactly.
And Angela Yee, and also that's why it's kind of
Mhm.
like, look, damn it, look. And again, we know that women and men will lie for their significant other when there is domestic violence involved. We do know this. However, the problem is your trigger on why you bring this up. Your
Yeah.
trigger
Right.
from petty shit. It comes
Yeah.
from Elizabeth posting something or posting your bare face picture, which if you claim you so confident shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
Okay,
And then
Right.
the crazy part is
hold on, because Wet Skittles likes to come on Geo's page and my page and literally talk about we doing too much. Honey,
who?
come up on the panel if you
It
have
is about prisoners, true, but the sisters was they entertainment of their story because they was boring without the sisters.
without the sisters. But here's the thing: you love to be in the comments. This is a safe space. Please
Hit
not
the link.
comments. Hit the link, and by all means, you can say what you want to say. The link is here because I've seen you on both pages and you go back and forth, making it seem like that passive aggressive stuff. Honey, I don't rock with that. By all means, come on here. We're all adults and we can have a conversation. Simple. Now, back to the regularly scheduled program. Now, with that being said, so yeah, they were boring without the sisters. As soon as the sisters were done after that fight, we were over Monique and Derek because how many times are you going to talk about the phone situation? How many times? Like, we don't need to hear constantly about the phone situation over and over and over again. So the storyline was the sisters. They were very entertaining. Period. Go ahead, you guys. You can chime in.
I agree with that
Okay.
because when they were done, they were boring.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. You're coming on. Oh my gosh. I always see you in the chats and comments, but you're actually coming on to speak. Hey, is it Chris Cherie? You're on mute, baby. Are you there?
Hold on.
Hey, oh,
Hello?
okay. You hear us?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. You know what I was saying was what I was saying about the weed thing is that don't get me wrong. I mean, to each his own. You do what you want to, and in some states, smoking marijuana is legal. But every time they go live and you hear them saying something to that child is present and they're smoking weed, but nobody never says nothing about that.
Wait, okay, hold on. You talking about them smoking weed in front of who now?
In front of the child, in front of Aubriana's son, Bryce. I think his name is Bryce.
Okay, I haven't seen them smoke when Bryce is in the room. I have not.
I have, but
yes, ma'am.
he be going somewhere. Rather he be going upstairs or to the park at the corner or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't.
But
go ahead.
But the fact that he's in the house, period, that is not a good look for that child. But nobody never says nothing. I mean, I'm not team nobody. I'm team True. I like Monique. I like Derek. I don't like the way he's treating that woman. But that's on her because she chose to accept that.
Yeah, I get it. And here's the thing: I will say this, as someone who was raised in California, weed was around often. So I guess for me,
Yeah.
it's really one of those things where, and again, I wasn't necessarily directly right by it, but I knew it was being smoked, so to speak. But again, I haven't seen where literally verbatim. But again, that's your opinion. You're welcome to have your opinion by all means. So
Yeah, I've seen that.
what's
Cause
your
she be like,
But
go
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying. All you
room.
got to do is look at her lives, and you will see them sitting there smoking the blunt, and then you hear her talking to the child. That in itself says that that child is right there in that same room smoking weed with her.
But that could be he coming down around where they are and they telling him like go back upstairs or move, we talking grown folks business, this adult conversation, whatever. He could be doing that, coming down to see what they doing. But I never see him like right in that space. I don't, because sometimes they go outside. So
Yeah, and I mean,
I
I
guess
haven't seen every live. At the end of the day, what I
yeah.
is typically when I see her talking, and especially when she got into it one time with Derek, Bryson was in the area, and she pretty much said, "Get out of here, Bryson." Like she told him to get out of the room because she knew she was about to go off on Derek. But again, I haven't seen every live. But what I do see is that they take care of that child like no other. That's what I do know. Now, as far as again, some people have their different preferences on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. I haven't actually seen him in the room when they are smoking verbatim. I haven't seen it, but again, I haven't seen every live either. But Chris Cherie, do you have anything to say about the domestic violence situation? Hello. Okay, I guess maybe I don't know what's going on, but with that being said, and Wet Skittles, I'm saying I'm coming for you. You in the chat, so you want me to see it. So at the end of the day, if you would like to come up, this is a safe space. Everybody's not going to agree with me, but if you think me responding to you is coming for you, I don't know what to tell you. And you have actually posted consistently in Geo, and you have posted in mine before too. I've seen you, and it's never anything positive. You always coming at people like y'all need to understand this is what it's about. You need to understand this. That's fine. Have your opinion, but come up here and share your opinion. That's all. We not
Chris,
gonna.
I'm gonna drop down so I get ready for Geo's live in a few
Yeah.
minutes. Let me go eat.
But so with that being said, I'm curious to see at the end of the day what Liz is gonna do, because when we all know this is gonna go down, and we all know Elizabeth talk, we already know that Monique is gonna lose her shit. So I'm curious to see what's actually gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because at this point, and she's gonna be glued in. She's gonna be glued in to Tasha K if Liz is gonna talk. So we're what's gonna happen. We're gonna talk about it afterwards. So it's probably gonna be late, but it's Friday night, so everybody get their libations and everything else for
Friday night.
exactly.
Just
Beautiful
got paid.
girl. Hey,
Boop,
baby.
Right.
boop.
Hey y'all, now y'all know I was I'm in my good government job, so
I know that.
had to put my Caucasian voice on and be like, "Hello, how may I help you?" But no, I want to say something to old boy. Was that I don't want to say old boy, old girl, but whoever had a comment about the weed. Look, I have children. I have boys, and I have smoked weed around my children, not per se in the same room or with them, but they know what they mama do. And I've always said it's not what you do, it's how you do it. If you're gonna do anything, you do it in this house. Because if you go out there and you do it, you're subject to get arrested. And I have black children. So y'all know what come along with that. So all that, oh, let's pay attention to the weed smoking, all that. Boy, if you don't sit your that's all I wanted to say, because I was really getting frustrated because you bringing up something that ain't got shit to do with nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it wasn't the topic, and I get it, but at the same, I truly, and again, even with West Skittles, I want it to be a safe space, but at the same time, I just keep making comments and not coming up here to really speak your mind. Give us a different perspective. That's fine, but give it on the panel, because I can't keep looking in the comments because you want us to respond. I can't keep looking in the comments. Just come on the panel. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But with
Child, you
Renee,
know,
y'all are hilarious in the chat. But no, but honestly, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I know Gio's going on probably in what, like about 4 or 5 minutes. So I know everybody's going to go over there. I'm gonna probably detox because I need to listen in on this Tasha K and get prepared for our live coming up after that. But I just don't think this is gonna end well. What do you guys think? Just your final thoughts. How do you think this is gonna end?
I just need some resolve,
Yeah.
regardless. I mean, we give us a break into the next season of Love During or Love Somebody comes on. Between all of these reality shows and all of these various things, it just needs to be some type of resolve and not continuing on with the foolery. That's it. I just hope we can all agree to disagree. We can go in our own separate areas and we can just live and laugh and love. It's 2023. All this bitterness isn't necessary.
And life is too short. Didn't we learn that from what just
Right.
past 2 or 3 years? It's,
Right.
and then we got, and prayers to Jamie Foxx, because I don't know what's true and what's not true, but life is too short to really put all of this energy on stuff that should not even matter. If it affects your peace, move on. Bottom line, just move on, because your peace is the most important thing.
That part, Yuli. Thank you.
First and foremost, whatever goes on in another person's home is their business. I don't speak on what was not shown, and you better preach on that, Yuli. You better preach on that. Yeah, they said Jamie Foxx has been home. It's just, and again, I don't like when people are predicting people passing or saying that they're on their last leg. I hate that type of stuff. It annoys me. But again, that's how sometimes media can be. But with that being said, of course, Chris Cherie, again, whatever your opinion is, I on this platform especially, I want to hear different opinions. Period. I respect it.
Camera, I won't believe nothing.
Huh?
I said until Jamie come on camera, I won't believe nothing.
I know, but let's just all just send positive energy.
My prayers though.
Yeah, definitely.
What Charlamagne say? I'm sounding healing energy.
I know. That's right. That's right. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to end this live now. And then Tasha K comes on in like another hour. We're going to, I guess, watch that. And then we're going to regroup when that's off. How long is Tasha K usually on for? About an hour, right?
Yeah, about an hour and change.
Okay. So we'll get
30 minutes.
Oh, you guys, I love y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. So we're going to end this now. And I will see you.
Hey, Auntie Amanda.
I know.
Amanda, let's go. My favorite auntie.
My Cali sister, she Bay. I'm SoCal, but that's still my Cali sister. Definitely. I love you so much, Miss Amanda. But yeah, definitely we will touch bases again after Tasha K, honey, and we're gonna really get into it. Get your libations because it may be deep, honey. It may be deep. So with that being said, love you guys, and I will see you guys later.
Love you too. Bye, sis.
Bye, guys.
Bye.